I'm Adam Anshel for Pro Football Weekly, along with PFW draft analyst Nolan Nawrocki, as we take a look at Nolan's mock draft version 2.0. We're looking at picks 11 through 15 here, and Nolan, the 11th pick, are the Houston Texans. Areas of need there: the offense pretty good, defense struggled. Where are they going?
I think they have to look hard at the secondary. I think they had problems even when Dante Robinson was around. The secondary was a weakness. So a guy like Brandon Harris from Miami would make a lot of sense. He's a great fit for their defense. Wade Phillips came in. I think he's going to try to find some more physical, aggressive corners to hold up at the line, and I think Brandon Harris would be a great fit for what they're trying to do.
Harris seems like just one of those guys that really loves football, would fit in nice at defense there. At number 12, the Minnesota Vikings. Brett Favre's gone, new coach with Leslie Frazier now taking over full-time. Where do they go with this pick?
This could be Cam Newton. It's another spot where he could land, but I think Robert Quinn would make even more sense. You know, with Ray Edwards hitting free agency, there's an underrated piece of that defensive line, one of the best in football. So I think what Quinn brings is that pass rush ability off the edge, opposite Jared Allen. There are three main concerns with Quinn. One, he didn't play any football last season. Two, he's got a benign brain tumor still in his head that has to be cleared medically. And third, he's a soft run defender. So I think all three of those could push him down the draft boards a bit, but he's a guy that had a great combine, worked out very well. I think he interviewed well with teams that I talked to as well, so he's a guy that could fit into this top 15.
I think with that Williams wall starting to age too in Minnesota, it seems likely defensive line would be a good move. At number 13 are the Detroit Lions. Obviously an improvement there at the end of the season, but still a lot of areas of need. Who do you see them picking?
Well, the two main areas are at offensive tackle and cornerback. I think this is the spot where the first offensive tackle comes off the board. And to me, I think the guy that most fits what Jim Schwartz does is Gabe Creamy from Wisconsin. You know, he's a tough physical blocker. You know, he's more of a leaner and a mauler than he is a drive, knock you off the ball, or a run blocker, but he's a guy that's got that grit, that toughness, and that swagger that I think really will be endearing to Jim Schwartz.
Obviously protecting Matthew Stafford, a big part considering how much we've seen him injured over the years. At number 14, the St. Louis Rams. I know we had talked before about receiver being a big need there, but with Julio Jones and A.J. Green already off the board, where do you see him going?
Well, I think what head coach Steve Spagnuolo would really like to do is improve his pass rush up front. And they could use more help inside than outside. That's where a guy like Aldon Smith would look extremely attractive. He's a guy that was very quick inside and was very difficult to block, was very disruptive. You know, you could play him inside or outside. He's a guy that, similar to Justin Tuck in New York, just creates mismatch problems all over the place. So I think he would make a lot of sense for the St. Louis Rams.
Well, seems like help on offense would be good. Spagnuolo, a defensive guy, you figure not going to be upset about going defense there. And now number 15, the Cam watch continues. Is this finally where he goes?
This is where he goes. You know, he's a guy that could be a franchise changer, you know, if you can manage him right. Tony Sparano is a guy that has shown he can get the most out of his players. He's very demanding. He's a disciplinarian. I think that's what Cam Newton needs. He needs that environment to succeed. You know, I think there's going to be some questions there, but you know, at this spot in the draft, 15, I think there's too great of a value for the Dolphins to pass.
Seems like he's the boom or bust pick in this draft. Either he's going to make someone's draft or he's going to kill it. We'll see which one it is. In this case, it would be the Miami Dolphins. We appreciate it. Nolan, we'll keep checking back as we go all the way through the mock draft. For the best draft coverage around, be sure to follow us on Twitter or go to ProFootballWeekly.com.